So we're here at Wrights Bay. We've just arrived and I'm here with my mate Martin, who runs Adventure Gear, and we're doing something a bit different today, aren't we?
We are. We're doing an adventure tag-along tour. We're doing Robe to Beachport this weekend. So hopefully we'll make it across.
So look, it's great, but while we're at it, we thought let's go check out the Wrights Bay Caravan Park and Campground. So come with us and let's go have a look. The Wrights Bay Caravan Park and Campground is approximately 3 hours and 26 minutes from LA CBD, around about 321 kilometres. To get to Wrights Bay Caravan Park and Campground, travel down Southern Ports Highway, turn onto Wrights Bay Road and travel right down to the end. For food, supplies and petrol, Robe or Kingston, Southeast are your best bets. At the Wrights Bay Caravan Park and Campground, dogs are allowed but must be on a leash. You got to pay to stay. There's non-powered campsites. There are water tanks and water taps. There's flushing toilets which are accessible and a dump point. The showers are coin operated. There are rubbish bins and fires are allowed outside of fire danger season. There is a camp kitchen sink. There is a fish cleaning table. There's 5G, 4G phone reception. It is suitable for tents, RV, motorhomes, caravans and camper trailers. There are walking and four-wheel drive tracks nearby. There's beach access, fishing, swimming and a small boat launch. And it's a straightforward dirt road entry. Now this caravan park and campground is massive. It is absolutely huge, plenty of space. But more importantly, look at that coastline. Have a look at that. So gorgeous. And look at all that greenery. Grass. You're camping on grass. I'm not wrong when I'm saying this place is massive. It is huge. Now this first section is right at the beginning of the caravan park and campground. There's an office as soon as you drive in. There's some information on the sign in front of you. Pretty straightforward there. There are cabins if that's your kind of thing. And we're moving in straight to the first section. And this place is pretty much you can set up wherever you like, unless you're directed by the owners. You're closest to the toilet block and shower block. You do have some great trees around, giving a bit of privacy. There's a water tap. As you come to this section, you are closest to the main road. It's not a busy road, but you will get people driving past as they enter the campground. You've got some trees here that give you a bit of privacy from the cabins. But you'll be sharing this place with any others that come and camp here. On the other side, again, you are close to the cabins. You have this great lush green grassy spot to camp in. There are fire pits around. You can request a fire pit, so they're not fixed, they are movable. And there's a bin and a water tap right next to the fish cleaning station. So if you're into fishing, you've got a cleaning station right there. If you haven't noticed, this is a very spacious and roomy campground. Certainly very open. I would recommend bringing some shade for those sunny days. As we head on over to this other section, there's a dump point right at the front here, right next to the toilet and the shower block. Very clean, straightforward, toilets, showers, ready to go. Just as a reminder, the showers are coin operated. If you want a hot shower, you'll have to put some coins in. But flushing the toilets are free. That's the toilet and the shower block. Moving along to the section that's closest to the beach access, and you can drive on the beach, there is a camp kitchen sink that you can use to wash those dishes. On the other side, we have another large open very grassy and green spot. Have a look at this room. It is so roomy. You are on the fence line to that access road to the beach, which you can walk and go via car. As you approach the end of this section, there's a water tap and there are some trees around which can offer you a bit of privacy. There is a little walkway to the other side of this section, and there is a row of trees that breaks up what I would call a huge area or a field for camping. And at the end of these row of trees, you can see you're not far from that toilet and shower block. There's also a row of bins for your rubbish. So on the other side of this divide, I would say this is probably the most screened area where you truly feel more secluded. So if that's what you want, this is probably a great spot for you to feel in amongst the trees and enjoying that lovely flat grassy campground. And there's a water tap close by and a short walk to the toilet and the shower block and that camp kitchen sink. Let's make our way to the beach via the access road, and here it is. It is sandy, so be mindful. You don't want to get stuck, so make sure you've got some recovery gear close by. But look at that, you can drive along this beach. This is a beautiful beach for all to enjoy. Coming back from the beach access, here's some more sights. You can't drive up the hill. Sorry everyone, no forward driving here, but you have plenty of room to set up, and there is that screen of trees that acts as a divide from the other campgrounds, which we're going to check out pretty much right now. So we're going to check out all the bays. There's 10 bays and the hill. Let's go have a look. Past the dump point, here we go, round the bend. This is bay 1. Straight away, you'll see the number and there's a water tap. A massive area. Look at that, this is where we were and where we stayed, and we had a great time here. Plenty of room. Now you will get other campers in these bays, but we were lucky enough to have the whole place. And here is Martin, Mr. Adventure Gear. We had a great time forward driving with these guys. It was brilliant. There's Anna over there talking with a few friends, just hanging out, and that's exactly what you want to do at a campground. But how flat is this? We had a fire pit, there's some bins. This is great. Look at that grassy area. And it's flat. And yes, it is very, very open. So you definitely want to take some shade. And there's a clear divide between the bays, and we're moving along to bay 2. But there's plenty of room to maneuver and access. So if you've got those larger rigs, you know what? Don't worry, you can turn around pretty easily here. There's a water tap, lots of room to turn around and maneuver. Great flat ground, and even though you're close to the beach, with those trees in the background, you are protected. So definitely an abundance of space. And all these bays are copy and paste, right? Rinse and repeat. This is going to be pretty straightforward. Not a lot to tell you. Just bay 3, water tap, large space, green grass, and that backdrop of trees to give you that shelter. In an attempt to avoid repeating myself, because all these next bays are very much the same as I said, I'm going to try and be a little bit imaginative with my descriptions. One thing that is different is bay 3 does not have any bins, and as we keep going we are moving further away from the toilet block. With bay 4 you have a water tap, and have a look at that lovely skyline above you. Imagine the stars at night as you're camping in this huge field. And I even reckon this spot has more yellow flowers in the grass than bay 3. But no bins here either, and there's no power in any of these bays. And with bay 5 we're halfway. Has that water tap. And it certainly does have a great view of that field on the other side of the road. It's level ground. Plenty of room to move, no bins, and something to consider, any of these bays, if you've got a larger group of people that you want to go camping with, it can certainly facilitate you and your friends. We're heading into bay 6, and you guessed it, there's a water tap. Pretty much the same size as all the others, but we are getting closer to a toilet block that's on the other side of this section, and some bins and a water tank. But look, if you're the only ones in this bay and you've got a group of friends, you can play an awesome game of footy or soccer or whatever you feel like. Wouldn't that be amazing? Guess what, everyone? I'm camping on my own footy field. How good is that? And here we are in bay 7. They're pretty much all the same size. Massive. But you are closer to those bins and that water tank, which is actually in bay 8. Look at that space. Be imaginative. Come up with something like riding your bikes and having a race. Although when this place gets busy, these bays get pretty full. And here we are in bay 8 with that water tap. But hey, there's some bins here and a water tank. While we're looking at bay 8, if you're wondering what is there to do around Wrights Bay, there's actually a winery just down the road. And Robe and Kingston Southeast aren't far away, so if you want to hit those 4-wheel drive tracks, this place is fantastic. Not far away, great place to set up base camp to do those tracks. During the day, come back, hang out at camp. And here's that closer look at the water tank and the bin bay. And make sure you put your bottles and cans in the blue bin. Bay 9, second to last, water tap. Surprise! As we turn around that corner, there's that lovely backdrop of trees, shrubs. Well formed, I must say. And that wonderful green grass that outlooks that lovely field on the opposite side. Lucky last, Bay 10 has a water tap. The first part of Bay 10, there's a slight incline as we get up to the hill, which is the last part of this section. And the hill, you can camp up here as well, but it does go on an angle. Is a larger area, and have a look at that. If you actually want a view, this is where you want to camp. Will get windy up here because you don't have that tree line to give you a bit of protection from the wind. But that view is sensational. So you must be thinking, we've walked a long way from the front of the property. But don't worry, you don't need to go back all that way to go to the toilet. In this next section after the hill, there is a toilet block and an outdoor shower if you fancy a cold shower. If you want a coin operated warm shower, you got to go to the front toilet block and shower block. And just when you think this campground never ends, it does, and we're going to show you the last section. Here we are, the last section, and there's a toilet block with 2 flushing toilets and an outdoor shower. That shower would be great in the hot weather. Very clean, well taken care of. And at the beginning of this last section, there are bins available to put rubbish in. And just to the left, there's a small bay of campsites protected by trees. It's quite a nice little nook. Leaving the little nook section, and now opens up to another beautiful open space close to that toilet block and the bins. There are water taps scattered around. This section has a bit more contours to the landscape, which gives it a bit more character. But you are surrounded by those sand dunes with those trees over them. Coming through to this beautiful, well protected, completely surrounded by trees, and has this wonderful pathway to the ocean and this beautiful view. As we make our way to this random bench seat at the top of this dune. Imagine sitting here in the evening, watching a sunset overlooking this ocean, or first thing in the morning, enjoying that beautiful sunrise. What a great spot. And now that you've seen the view, let's head back and have a quick pan on what's left to see. And this is what I mean. This location in this campground, I reckon this is going to be what we're going to call Anna's pick. Have a look at that. Trees on the other side. Slight angle, but it's green, it's grassy, there's beach access. But I reckon I'll let Anna tell you that.
So for my pick at this campground, I choose this one right here. We are at the very edge of the property, so I will have no neighbours behind me there. And I've got these great shrubs here blocking me from the neighbours next door. And just over that hill, we've got the beach.
And you're not wrong, Anna. And thanks for sharing your pick with everybody. I'll tell you, Anna certainly knows how to pick a great spot. There's a water tap here, there's a fire pit, you can move them around, another water tap, and you're pretty much not going to get anyone coming down from the other sites. Now here we go, the last area of this section. Water tap, big open space, just like all the other areas we've seen. Grassy, shrubs, trees around, and big open sky to look at during the day and night. See those stars sparkle, enjoy the outdoors and the freedom of this space that this campground offers. And you're not far away from that toilet block and the bins. So it might be a little bit windy here at the Wrights Bay Caravan Park and Campground, but don't let that stop you. Look at this water, that's the ocean. This campground is massive, so come and check this place out. Remember, camp by me and you'll be a happy camper. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe on our channel and click that notify button so you don't miss out on any content we upload. Also, check out our social media, follow us and our website with our amazing interactive map of Australia.
I should take my sunnies off.
Yes, yeah.
Because then I've got the crowd in the background.
And actually take your jumper off too.
Why?
Take your jumper off because it looks like it's cold.
It is cold.
Shy Costa.
Oh no, I'm joking, leave it on, leave it on. Do we want to crack it? Alright.
Cool.
Do you want the crack?
You can crack it, I'm recording.
Alright. So my hand's in the way, everything's good. Did you hear that?
The ocean's calling.
The ocean is calling and it's right there. Cheers!
Cheers!
This is a fishing belt thing. Fishing belt? Fishing belt.
You want me sitting out of the way?
Just be involved, this is not the intro, this is sit in your stratosphere chair. That's good. No, I'm not filming yet. This thing, I bought this thing because it's actually a fishing rod holder. Not only does it help me with the camera, but it's great for holding wines.